This is a topic that really gets me riled up. And the reason why is I am an illustrator. I'm an artist. A lot of people who know me know that I'm working on my own projects. I do a lot of art. If it's on Instagram, you can see a lot of the art I did if you scroll down. This is something I'm passionate about. I'm considered a professional animator, a professional illustrator. That's what I went to school for. So when I see people with a lack of creativity, this generation's lack of creativity, that makes me angry. And especially when they steal other people's stuff. One of the things that I've seen that has been going on for the last 10 years and maybe even more is people have such a lack of creativity that they want to steal things from the previous generation. Let me just read off some of the worst remakes that people have. And there's a reason for this, and we'll get to that. There's Ghostbusters, that was trash. The Terminator, they tried to redo a new spin on the Terminator, that was trash. Terminator 2 is one of my favorite movies. They redid Poltergeist, that was trash. They redid King Kong, that was trash. They redid RoboCop, that was trash. They redid Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast, that was trash. They redid Psycho, that was trash. They redid Suspiria, that was trash. And that's just a fraction. There's like hundreds more of remakes. Why do they keep remaking movies? Have you ever asked yourself why are they remaking movies? It's a simple reason. And the reason is they don't have any principles or morality of today. And you're like, what in the world? How can you bring that back to a Christian topic? What does that have to do with Christianity? I'll tell you. The reason why they keep going back to World War II era, the reason why they keep remaking movies and they don't have any creativity today is because the movies of the past, whether you're talking about Back to the Future or any of movies from that era, people have principles they lived by. There was evil versus good. There was a dilemma. The characters had things that they believed in, that they fought for. Now you don't have that anymore. So now you have these characters, right? If they based on our society where morality is relative, when everybody agrees with everybody, where everybody is scared to offend anybody, how do you fight Nazis in this era when you don't believe anybody is evil? If you believe all morality is relative, if you believe there is no God, there is no real good, there is no evil, only evil is racism. The only evil is this woke nonsense that you talk about. Everybody's on equal terms. There's no culture or cultural philosophies that are worse than others. How do you make a movie about that? Nobody wants to watch that trash. That's why they keep remaking stuff like Ghostbusters, and they want to act like it's an identity thing where they put women in the place of men who were the original characters were men, and they act like that's something that's going to get people to watch. They don't understand why people watch movies. They don't understand it. People watch movies not because they look like the characters in it. There's plenty of black people that like Batman, and we knew he was white. They act like when Batman took off his mask, people was, oh, he's white, I can't relate. No, people like Batman because they like the character and what he stands for. Here's something else for a lot of you movie buffs. One of the reasons why people like Thanos so much from the Avengers series is because even though Thanos was wrong in trying to kill half the universe, he had some morals and principles he could stand by, and people understood that. So people are so confused that a lot of people will say Thanos is right. And I can see why they would say that, but the reason why they like him is at least he had some principles. Now these characters are just woke people that they try to put in place they try to replace principles with identity. So we should just like Batman because now they're making Batman black. We should just like Superman because now they're making Superman transgender. Or we should just like Robin because now they're making Robin gay. That does not replace morality. A character has to have things he's fighting for, a clear principles that he believes in. And that's the problem. When people don't have principles, whether you agree with them or not, see, Hollywood thinks, oh, we don't want to touch that, people might not agree with it. But if you had a character who had principles, even if they're radical principles, if he believes in that, at least that gets people to be like, okay, I can see where he's coming from. He has this he really believes in, he's fighting for. Guess what? Who did that very well? Breaking Bad did that very well. They had a character, right? He had principles. He had things that he believed in. He went about it the wrong way, but you could understand his point of view because his principles of family and trying to take care of his family were so strong. They did it excellently. And then they showed how you having principles and going about it the wrong way can corrupt you and turn you into a bad guy. The whole show was really good because it showed the slippery slope of how somebody who has these principles and trying to do the right thing but going about it the wrong way slowly turns into an evil person. And they did it well. And I like it. One of my favorite TV shows. And you can see that Hollywood has no idea how to do that now. I want to bring that back. I'm not going to get into what I'm writing and all those things because then people are just going to hate on it and say, oh, well, we knew you was going to do something and we going to hate on it from the beginning. I don't want people to do that. I want people to be surprised when I actually do come out with it. But I'll tell you this, I'm very disappointed in Hollywood and I'm very disappointed in this generation because they want to take other people's characters and make it into something that they act like they created, do a new spin on it. Make your own stuff. Make your own stuff. Why do you have to take somebody else's stuff? You know how pissed off I would be if I made a character and then somebody 3 years later was like, well, I'm going to take that character and I'm going to make it a transvestite hermaphrodite. And I'm going to also make him allergic to peanuts because there's a lot of people allergic to peanuts nowadays. And he'll be lactose intolerant too. What does that matter? Why would you do that to somebody else's character? Make your own stuff. If you are that passionate about making something with your own identity, make it yourself. I hate when people do that. If I was a creator of Batman, if I was a creator of Spider-Man, and somebody else is just taking it and doing whatever they want with it, I will be thoroughly offended. Thoroughly offended. Because it's not yours to take. If you made your own character, do what you want with it. This generation's lack of creativity is because they have no moral foundation.